Alrighty, so we've got another 4-on-4 here. We are looking at a kind of medium pack. So there's Mox Opal, you know I love artifacts, Thopter Foundry, Lutri, Brain Freeze. Honestly, it's probably Lutri. I think that you could talk yourself into Brain Freeze. I know I'm capable of that, or Opal. I'm capable of doing both. They're both cards that are better than Lutri in their respective decks. But, you know, Lutri is just always good. In fact, always very good. So I think I'll take that. Oh, and I bet I wheel Pyrokinesis. Pretty good chance of that, I'd say. Second companion, let's go. Had I taken Opal, it would have been an easy Saga, but I actually still think I'm going to take Saga. My favorite Lutri deck is kind of like a red-blue, you know, mid-range control, tempo, whatever. Red-blue good cards deck, but Urza Saga is just the best card in this pack. Rip Luris, 2022 to 2024 or whatever. Strider took a Cogwork Librarian. That's a really good early pick. Cogwork is the card that when you pick it, you show everyone. Though honestly, in a digital format, I think we're going to talk to the Draftmancer guy, who's great, by the way. It doesn't need to announce it because it just works without that. When you pick it, you then get to put it back and take two cards. So it's kind of nice. And here, yeah, I mean, I kind of think I just take Flame Tongue. What else is there? There's Palantir. There's Red-Black Talisman, which, I mean, when you have Urza Saga, any artifact is kind of interesting. There's Nadu and Sentinel and Sicarian Infiltrator. Yeah, Mox Opal would have been better if I knew I was going to take Saga Talisman. But it turns out, you know, drafting is easier when you know what you're going to get past. So let's just take Flame Tongue. I actually like Flame Tongue a lot. Ooh, Comet is pretty good. Mox Diamond's also really nice. It's just really nice with Urza Saga. There's Greaves to go with that Nadu. Fallen Shinobi, Wasteland, Mystical Tutor, a lot of nice stuff. I kind of want to just take Mox Diamond, though. Another 4-drop. Lutri's kind of slow. Saga's a little slow. And it's not that Moxing or Sagaing 4 Mox is what I want to do, but Saga and Mox Diamond do play nicely together. Turn 1 Saga, turn 2 land, Mox Diamond, make a token is really good. Force, great with Lutri. Great just in general. All right, we'll be taking that. I think that's a pretty easy one. We'll take keys there, which means no one has Time Vault, unless the person who opened key also opened Vault, but most likely means that nobody has Time Vault. You know, a couple seats to our left. Now there's a Subtlety. All right, I'm in for that. This is kind of what I'm talking about when it comes to Lutri. Having Subtlety, Force of Negation, Pyrokinesis, just all the pitch cards is really good. This Flame Tongue is not like my favorite of third picks, but what are you going to do, right? And I feel pretty good about this Mox Diamond after these last couple of picks, I would say. Here, ooh, interesting. There's Mind Collapse, there's Birds of Paradise, Namesticker, Emrakul, and Tropical Island. I might just spec on Emrakul. I could take Namesticker or Mind Collapse. Those are both solid red cards. This isn't looking like hugely like a Namesticker deck. Let's take Emrakul. Just, I don't know if it's going to be good, but definitely has the possibility. Now here, I think I just want Spire Bluff Canal. I don't think I want Walking Ballista. I don't. The Saga is just, you know, I took it because it was the best card there. I don't think I'm, at this point, that likely to go into artifacts. I'd be kind of annoyed if I don't wheel that Pyrokinesis, though. Seems like it should come back. And here, the reason I took Emrakul is, like, it's pretty easy to go into, like, Sneak or Through the Breach Emrakul if I get that, and I felt like the payoff there was definitely worth it. It's kind of like the Brain Freeze pick, except a 6th pick Emrakul or a 7th pick Emrakul is a lot different than first picking a Brain Freeze. Let's see what is next. Okay, Pyrokinesis and Mox Opal came back. I might just take the Mox Opal, and before you call me crazy, let me explain. I already have 2 good pitch cards, so it's not as important to get the third. Yeah, Opal's really busted. And then here, I'll take Blightsteel. I gotta admit, I was too low on Blightsteel for a while. I'm gonna take it now in case I get a Tinker. And then the Talisman came back. I thought that would be the case. All right. Look, this is me being responsible. This is me not forcing artifacts. This is me wheeling Mox Opal and deciding, hey, artifacts seem pretty open. Opal's a really good reason, so is Urza Saga. Okay, I like where we're at. I really did not foresee Pyrokinesis coming back around, or Mox Opal coming back around, so I was all set to take the Pyrokinesis here. I really don't think I'm going to play any of these cards. I think Get Lost is probably the most likely one for me to play. Pillage the Bogs, I think the best card there. Elvish Mystic is the most playable. All right, a bunch of cards I don't care about. I have an Emrakul and a Blight still chilling. Let's see what we get pack 2 here. Oh, baby. There's a Mana Crypt. Passing a Time Twister, a Scalding Tarn, Mana Leak, Miscalc. So those 4, Brazen's 5. Brainstorm 6, Elite Spellbinder 7. So we might get back Chariot, Stern Scolding, potentially. I mean, we'll see. It's a decent chance a blue card does come back because there's 6 blue cards in the pack. But I wasn't even counting Stern Scolding, so 5 blue cards in the pack. And then a Scalding Tarn is definitely going to go, and I think Elite Spellbinder is. So we'll see. Maybe one of those things changes, but I like the Mana Crypt. Okay, you got to hand it to me this time. This time it's reasonable. This time it really is. I'm going to take the Academy here over Animate Dead. And Through the Breach, worth noting. All right, and then now there's the sword for that Thopter. There's a Marsh Flats, but I think I'm just going to take Sensei's Top. It's awesome with Academy. It's awesome with Saga. It's a good way to use extra mana. I think fetch lands aren't as important in this kind of deck. And maybe Copter comes back, though probably not. Not a big deal. It doesn't look like a great Copter deck. Okay. Well, this is working out nicely. Now there's a Sneak. I'll take the Sneak. Sneak Emrakul is really nice. I do like Forensic Gadgeteer and Coveted Jewel, but if no one's in Artifacts, one of those might come back anyways. And getting Sneak Emrakul online, and maybe Sneak Colossus. The reason I don't like Sneak Colossus is just think about it. You sneak in Colossus, they block with a 2/2. They take 9 poison, your Colossus goes away. What did you accomplish? You killed a 2/2, sure, or maybe a 3/3 or 4/4 if that's all they had to block. Them being at 9 or 8 or 7 poison just doesn't matter unless you redraw this, which I guess could eventually happen, but I don't think that's a very effective use of your resources. Oh, there's a Retrofitter now. Wow, Artifacts works a lot better when you let it come to you than when you force it. I wonder if there's a lesson to be learned there. No, I can't really think of it, but I'm going to take the Retrofitter, passing Fiery Confluence, Memory Jar, and Jace. And, oh man, this is going great. I took Wheeling Mox Opal as a sign, and it really was. And I might even get like a good artifact card back, you know? This is going to be awesome. Okay, here. This is actually pretty interesting. There's Portal, which if I get Tinker is good. I could cast it some of the time, but it's not that easy to do so. There's Tezzeret, there's Jace, there's Lelia. Lelia is really good with Mana Crypt. There's Salvagers, but I don't have any of the combos or that. Not a very good Jace deck. I don't have any spells to get back. I kind of think I just take Portal, and then if I get enough mana or a Tinker, it works out. Oh wow, now there's Saheeli, Expedition Map, Kappa Cannoneer, and Narset. And a Gristlebrand for the Sneak. I kind of think I just Gristlebrand here. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. My last pick's going to be Gush, unfortunately, not going to be Expedition Map. But, oh man, Map is really good here too, though. I don't know, Map getting Saga or Academy, I think I got to do that. I can find other Sneak cards. Just if I want to cast this Portal, which I do, Expedition Map is pretty nice. Grim Monolith? All right, I'm passing the Sneak cards. I don't think sneaking at all is even like that crazy good. It's obviously fine. Grim Monolith looks incredible here. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is looking like a good artifact deck. Okay, Brazen Borrower and Stern Scolding were the 2 blue cards that didn't get taken. I'll take Brazen Borrower. I like having access to a little bit of interaction. And you can copy Petty Theft with Lutri, by the way. That is a combo. I mean, having 8 artifacts that cost 2 or less is really, really nice. And then, let's see, next pick, I think, is the one that had Gadgeteer in it. And it was like Gadgeteer and another artifact that I wanted. I don't remember what it was. There's Citadel, but I think I'm already a little bit, I would say, over-indexed on opening Tinker because I have Portal and Blightsteel, so I think I'm just going to take Mindstone. And I like Haywire Might, especially with Urza Saga, but I don't think this is the place for it. Oh, easy a Braid here. Whoever got the Thopter might be feasting here, but interestingly enough, the whole table saw Sword of the Meek, so whoever took the Thopter Foundry, I guess, wasn't interested in the sword. Or maybe they thought they could get it back, which is reasonable. Oh, Coveted Jewel, that was the other one. So I like Gadgeteer, but I'm really happy with Coveted Jewel too. Okay. I'm excited because Artifacts is definitely open. So going into Pack 3, we could get 5th pick Workshop. We could open Candelabra, then wheel it, well, that can often happen anyway, because even if there's someone else drafting Artifacts, unless they have exactly Academy, Candelabra is usually not what they want. Here, I'll just hate an artifact removal spell. We have passed Tezzeret and Voltaic Key, so opening Time Vault is less good. Oh, there's Tezzeret, but there's also Jace. I'll take the Tez. I'll spec. I told you Gush was going to be last. That card is past its prime. Did it have a prime? I don't even know. I guess there was a book written about it. Steve Minetti wrote a whole book about Gush, so if a card has a book written about it, it's got to be something special. What do we got here? All right, well, there's Volcanic, but there's also Balance. I just love Balance in artifact decks. I think I'm going to have to take that. I would take Volcanic over Arid Mesa here too, because this deck doesn't have... if I didn't take the balance, it would just be straight red blue. But I think balance. I only have Mox Opal and Mox Diamond that can cast it so far, but I can play some white sources. Balance is just way too good in these decks to pass up. This pack's less exciting. Okay, Strider used Clockwork or Cogwork, so hopefully on some good stuff. Probably just take Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce is a great card. I don't really want Inspiring Vantage that badly. Iteration's also pretty nice, but I think having a little bit of a disruption is nice. Oh, there's an Urza. Thank you. I'll take Urza here. Easy Urza pick. And, if I don't end up running Sneak Emrakul, then I think that's okay too. We'll see. But I really like the direction we're going. I also can get one of these talismans back, I would assume. Could use, a little blue-white or red-white fixing for this balance. But if I don't get it, I don't get it. That's also fine with me. Expedition Map can fix mana. And here we've got, Teferi, Stock Up, Soul Guide, Bauble, Revoker. Okay, a lot of good options. If I end up taking Teferi, I could just cut Flame Tongue in a braid and then sneak Emrakul and just be blue-white. Or maybe put those in, board those in or something. I just think Teferi is a lot better than the rest of these cards. And I'll probably get one of these artifacts back or a Stock Up. I just think Teferi is awesome. Okay, and there's a Lotus Petal and Mightstone and Weakstone. I guess I'll try to wheel that one. It's also a Cult Epiphany, but I think I just take Lotus Petal. And in the Mox Opal Academy balance deck, Lotus Petal is just so unbelievably good. I mean, this deck is just looking really nice right now. And we'll see about red versus white. Now that I picked up Lotus Petal, it's like a little bit easier. There's a Raugrin Triumph there too. Here, we've got Generous Plunderer, which is pretty good against me. Also good at making artifacts for Academy and Urza. There's Mana Confluence, which is a totally fine card. Zorg took the Clockwork Librarian. That is not on my team, okay. There's also Council's Judgment, but I don't really want a double white card that much. Let's just take Mana Confluence. I generally find Mana Confluence to be pretty good. Take that. The Tezzeret's actually not making the cut right now, even with Grim Monolith, I don't think. Maybe it does. Maybe with Mana Crypt, Grim Monolith to untap, Coveted Jewel maybe to untap, and going to search out Retrofitter or Sensei's Top is pretty decent. The one thing about cutting a braid is it does make Lutri a little bit worse, but Lutri Force of Negation is still totally a fine combo. And even if I have literally nothing to copy except a Spell Pierce, copying Balance doesn't usually work out very well, I would say. I don't really know why you're doing that. Okay, so right now, I need a couple more spells, but we got some options. Oh, Cat. Oh, man, this is brutal. I gotta take Upheaval, I think. There's 9 cards here. Dang, I'm not gonna get Candelabra back. I could. These cards are all playable. And given there's Candelabra and Workshop that no one else wants, good chance I get one of those back. I'll take Upheaval. Upheaval is just too good, I think. Now Pentad Prism is perfect. I like that over Third Path, I think. Upheaval is just like Wrath of God, Mind Twist, Armageddon, kind of all in one. It blows up everything they have in play. And doesn't blow up their hand, it actually makes their hand bigger, but it kind of makes them all useless. They have no mana. So it basically just destroys all their permanents, is kind of a way to look at it. Here, I could take a Talisman. I guess I have Grim, Mindstone, Pentad Prism, and Talisman already. I could take Chandra, but I don't think I'm that likely to want that. I could also just take Sunbait Canyon. I kind of like that, because with Mana Confluence and Sunbait Canyon and Spire Bluff, I'm probably into playing this Abrade. And now Inspiring Vantage too. Yeah, I don't think I need Crater Maker. It's fine against me, but whatever. I wish I did have a Time Twister effect. Just a draw 7's nice and a reshuffle's nice, and if they blow up your Retrofitter, being able to get it back. But now that I have some good Jeskai mana, then I can play Flame Tongue and Abrade if I want to. Ended up not on Sneak Emmy, but that's fine with me. I'm not too worried about that. I'm really excited to know what of Workshop or Candelabra comes back, if any. And then here I can take Talisman. I don't think I want Tribute Mage. All I have to get are Talismans. A blue-white Talisman is really nice. Clockwork Librarian got picked again. It's unfortunate. If that Workshop Candelabra pick had been shifted by 1 or 2 cards, where I would see it with 3 cards left, a pretty good chance that something comes back. All right, Revoker is a good sideboard card. I don't really want, and then the card work got used right away. I don't really want too many Revokers in my balance deck. All right, well, I like Mightstone and Weakstone. Okay, I'll take Titanium. It's a better card. All right. Oh, Candelabra, let's go. I would have taken either. Like, Workshop would have been great with this Mightstone, Coveted Jewel, and Portal. But Candelabra for this Academy is also pretty sick. All right, well, let's get in there. All right, I remember the Get Lost I had earlier too, so that's kind of nice. I mean, this is more cards. Right now, this is 13 lands plus Mana Crypt is like 14 lands. Opal and Mox Diamond and Lotus Pearl I don't quite count as lands, but I probably want like to cut 2 cards or something here. I could probably cut Red Black Talisman because obviously the blue white one is a lot better. I think I run the Portal. This deck can actually generate a lot of mana because I have Academy and Expedition Map to get Academy and then Candelabra, so I think I'll end up doing pretty well on that front. I could cut Brazen Borrower. Well, I want to cut 1 card, and it's going to be one of Flame Tongue. Probably not Subtlety or Force, no, well, not with Lutri, but it's going to be like one of my interaction spells. So Flame Tongue, Brazen Borrower. I don't think I'm cutting Spell Piercer or Braid. So it's going to be Brazen Borrower, Get Lost, or Flame Tongue. And my inclination is just to cut the Flame Tongue, I think. A blue card I can pitch to Subtlety or Force. And Get Lost, I think, is a little bit better of a removal spell than Flame Tongue. Covers more bases. I've got Tezzeret in the sideboard too. How many artifacts is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, 15 plus Urza Saga and Urza. Yeah, that's not so bad. And right now this would be 15 lands plus Mana Crypt and these. Yeah, that's not, I think, excessive on the mana either. So if I add like 5 islands, I'll have 5, 6, 7, 8 plus the artifacts and 2 plains and 2 mountains or something like that. My only red card now is a Braid. I want to play Sunbaked Canyon no matter what. But I could cut Inspiring Vantage, and I'll play Mana Confluence still and Spire Bluff, and then not have to play any mountains. Yeah, it's probably better just to run like a Tezzeret then at that point. Or Revoker, I guess. I'm not running the Blightsteel and Sneak and Emrakul. I mean, I could run a Talisman, but I think maybe I'll run Tezzeret. Tezzeret's kind of gassy. I haven't played a ton with Tezzeret without Time Vault. Maybe it'll end up being kind of nice. And that way I can run like another plains, and then I have or 2 more plains, and so now I have 4, 5, 6 white sources plus the 3 prismatic artifacts plus Pentad Prism and Talisman for 3 white cards, and then the rest I can add 4 more or 2 more islands, and I think that's plenty of blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blue plus all those. Yeah, that is plenty. All right, I'm going to obviously put some mountains in my sideboard because there's a pretty good chance I'll want to board in some red cards. Probably 3 is going to be plenty. Okay, yeah, I mean, I opened Mana Crypt. That's pretty nice. And this deck looks awesome. Let's see how this guy does. My teammates have some nice ones too. So Daxers is on Grixis mid with a Mox Jet. Let's see, Polluted Delta, Wooded Foothills, Blood Crypt, Undercity Sewers, Watery Grave. Yeah, great mana. Some other duels too, and then like Bowmaster, Psychic Frog, Broadside, Shieldred, Fallen Shinobi, Chaos Defiler, Fiery Confluence. Yeah, this is a really nice one. Strider used Clockwork Librarian to take Time Vault and Remand in pack 3, which is nice. Also has a Mox Sapphire, Force of Will, Manifold Key, Limdol's Vault, Mana Leak, Remand Counterspell, Deep Cavern Bat, Inquisition, Imperial Seal Vamp. Yeah, this deck is nuts. This is like the perfect Time Vault deck. Not a lot of ways to actually win the game, but with a Time Vault and infinite turns, you'll figure it out. And then Jacob, Jacob, with Mox Ruby, Mox Emerald, Ancestral. Let's go. Just kind of red-white aggro-ish, aggro. You can call it aggro. It's fine. But part of the reason, this is kind of an aside, part of the reason the red-white decks win so much in Cube is, yes, they're aggressive and they can go like, this deck can go Guide of Souls into Generous Plunder, into Elite Spellbinder or whatever. But they can also win long games with cards like Comet, Enduring Innocence, Bone Horde. Well, Ancestral is obviously just an outlier. But like, you over-index on trying to beat their early game, they can just beat you with good 3 and 4 and 5 mana spells. So our decks look awesome. Let's see how this goes. All right, time for round 1 against Quiniac here. Review my loot tree. Any Mana Crypts? This hand is pretty bad. Do I mulligan this? It's got spell piercing to get lost and nothing else, but it does have like a pedal. Yeah, I think I'll keep this. I don't know. This isn't like an amazing hand, but maybe I can set up like a Lutri plus get lost. And it seems fine to me. I think this is a little bit better than a random 6, not a whole lot better. But imagine this hand without an island. I guess I would be okay with this on 6. I don't know. This hand obviously could get a lot better if I mulliganed, but I think especially with Lutri Companion, this hand is not a crazy keep on the play. Because turn 1 Spell Pierce can be pretty good. It shuts off them having an early Mox or something along those lines. And Get Lost can also be nice. All right. Let's play the pedal here. I'm not really that worried about pedal getting blown up by artifact removal, so I think just having it in play is better. Represent more things. All right, tapped breeding pool, sure. All right, well, that wasn't a very good draw. Probably put Lutri into hand next turn. We'll see what Quinn does. Oh, land go, yeah. Definitely then. I mean, any hand where I just draw not ideal cards is not going to end up looking great. Flash? No, I'll spell pierce that. I don't know what's happening here, but I don't mind losing my Lotus Petal. It was basically a Black Lotus. I sacked it to play the Lutri into Ursine Monstrosity. Huh. Milling 6. Let's just petty theft that, I think. And then I can Lutri get lost if Quinn plays like multiple things. There we go. Hex Drinker into... Oh, we're just going to level this up 3 times? Okay, well, I will get lost it then. And... Okay, I don't mind balance. It's, So Quinn does at this point have something to flash in hand, one can imagine. Yeah, Ursine Monstrosity is in. Gonna use a map token. Who's gonna mill first? That's the right. Mill's under mountain. Okay. Now start using map tokens. Getting island and blush portico. Wow. Well, that's the downside of I haven't done an artifact yet. Okay. I could balance and Quinn loses a bunch of cards in hand. I think I'm just gonna pass. I'm going to take a hit for like 5 or 6 here, it looks like. And really what I'm hoping to draw with this hand is not just lands. I've drawn no artifacts, which makes this balance a lot worse. The drawing balance was decent. All right, I got hit for 5. I just kind of feel like Quinn's going to play more creatures or something here. Okay. That's also a little unfortunate. I'm not playing this Brazen Borrower because of the balance, of course. All right, now I'm going to be forced to balance. That's fine. I could have chumped the Ursine with Lutri, but that just looks way too much like balance, I feel like. All right. Take my turn. Artifact? Well, that's actually not a terrible artifact to draw. Because now I can cast Portal in 1 mana here. Balance. So Quinn doesn't have Force Will or Force Negation, so we know it's resolving. Sack 2 lands. Lose 2 creatures. Discard 2 cards. Can play Uro again. If I draw a mana source, I can Portal. Okay, there's the Woodfall Primus. That was the card that was going to get flashed in. Yep, here comes Uro. Sylvan Safekeeper. Nice. Actually, I'm really happy that that's also getting cast because I'm really just hoping to cast this Portal here. So now I just need to draw any untapped land, and do I even have a tap land in my deck? No, because I took the Spire Bluff and Inspiring Vantage out. So any land, or I guess that's it, because Mox Opal and Mox Diamond don't do the trick. Okay. Let's brazen here. All right, let's go. Land. Land. I won the flip and... Okay. That's not perfect, but it's something. All right, so I want to search for a card. Let's see. I guess I could use the screenshot too. I could get Retrofitter. That sounds pretty nice. Yeah. All right. And then I can pass the turn. I mean, I'll hit with the Brazen Borrower, but... And the Retrofitter can block the Uro. Can attack with Sylvan Safekeeper too. What I really need is Quinn not to play two lands this turn. Or 2 creatures this turn. Mystical Tutor for Time Walk. Okay. Yeah, that's not good for me. I'll say that. All right. Attacking Tezzeret with Retrofitter. Guess I'll do this. Block. Well, I'm going to lose Tezzeret here, but at least I'm not dying, presumably. And Dismembered a Brazen? Sure. Oh. That was a weird play, because Quinn could have just dismembered the token, hit me for 7, then I would die to Mana Crypt. Or maybe die to Mana Crypt. All right, well, Fracture the Retrofitter. I mean, if I draw a land here, still, I've got some moves. All right. Portal. If you got Time Walk also, or a Counterspell also, I'm just dead. Unfortunately, the Quinn now has enough cards in graveyard to Uro again. Well, let's see how... Not even necessarily true that this portal's going to survive. Okay, here comes Uro. And I can get back now a Brazen Borrower with my portal. Hoorah. Yeah, there's Nadu. So I took Nadu, then Greaves, presumably. All right, Brazen Borrower comes back. I mean, I guess if I draw Upheaval here, I've got some moves. 10. Can block. Yeah, I'm not dead. Play a land, pass the turn. I'm playing my land because of Upheaval. Because if I Upheaval, I get back my Brazen Borrower and my portal. I've looked like the worst Academy deck ever. I just have like all artifacts left, I guess. All right. Lutri. You draw. Block Uro. Go to 6 here. I can then portal back my Lutri. If Quinn has anything else, I'm just super dead. I mean, I'm already dead if I don't draw something here. Is this like a pest infestation too? Oh, just hardcast Torsten. Revealing Malevolent Rumble, Spring Heart, Birds. Okay. And there's a Noble. All right. Get back Lutri and let's draw Upheaval exactly. Otherwise, I'm just dead. But even Upheaval, I don't think really wins me the game. But all right, Sensei is top. Let's go. Spin the top. Force negation Mox. Nope. All right. Well, would you look at that? All right. Time Walk blue-green stuff. That doesn't really make me want Revoker or Braid that much. I mean, I guess a Braid kills Ursine Monstrosity, Hex Drinker, Lotus Cobra, Birds, and Flame Tongue's kind of nice because that also kills Nadu and Undermountain Adventure. But I think Spell Pierce is good. Fracture Identity, Flash, Time Walk. I think Balance is good. I think I like this. And all right, let's see how this goes. All right, I would like to play first. And let's see what we got. Okay, this is a bit more like it. This hand, if I can find Academy or Expedition map, but really just Academy to have a really busted hand, I can go like turn 1 top, turn 2 spin top, Candelabra, and I have a Quinmold to 6, and I have a Subtlety pitching Tezzeret, which is totally fine. I don't really want a Subtlety a turn 1 drop, so I guess I hope Quinn doesn't have it. Oh, well, definitely not Subtletying that. That one's not very scary at all. Okay, upkeep top. Academy would be nice. Don't think I'm going to need Force of Negation on turn 2, and I could even draw it if I needed to. So let's go Grim, Forest Island, draw. And I don't even think I play Candelabra. I'd rather just spin the top. Candelabra just isn't doing anything for me right now. Okay. So Lush Portico here. Oh, Breeding Pool. Tap, nice. All right. And take 1 and spin top again. Any academies? No, there's a Pentad Prism though. I kind of think so. I've got some options here. I can go. I can put Lutri into hand, and then I'll be able to pitch Lutri to Subtlety next turn. Oh, I could also play Grim Monolith and Candelabra. No, it would be 1 short still. Can play Pentad Prism. If I play Grim Monolith, I can get out Mightstone and Weakstone, which works really nicely with Candelabra. It turns Mightstone mana, Candelabra does, into regular mana by untapping lands. The question is, if Quinn plays Nadu next turn, I will want to Subtlety it. But how bad is it to pitch Tezzeret or Force of Negation? I could, because what I kind of want to do is get Grim Monolith down so that I can play Mightstone and start doing stuff. So I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to leave Force on top, and I'm going to go land, Grim, and then play Candelabra. And I think just pass the turn here. And if Quinn doesn't play something I have to Subtlety or Force, then that would be pretty nice. Yeah, I think Lotus Cobra falls into that category. I mean, maybe has Fetch Land Nadu or something here, but Time Walk. I think he's 3 cards in hand. I think that's okay. And then I think I'd rather Subtlety the next play than Force the Time Walk. And with this Subtlety, my top card is Force of Negation, so what I might want to do most likely is just tap the top to draw a Force, and then use that to counter it. Undermine Adventure, yeah. Okay, draw. Subtlety pitching Force. Okay, it's going to go on top, I'm sure. And take 3. Draw top. Then I can play Mightstone and Weakstone. Well, hold on. I can play Tezzeret. Tezzeret doesn't give me enough mana to play Mightstone and Weakstone, right? I can untap Grim. That's not quite enough. My top card's Pentad Prism. I think I just go Mightstone and Weakstone. I'm the one with the Spell Pierce. I don't think Quinn can have a counter here. The Spell Pierce and both forces are accounted for. I mean, if I draw Academy, if that's the next card down, we're really talking there. Oh, Upheaval's really nice. All right, so let's go Candelabra, these two. Play Pentad Prism. Play top, and Quinn is going to get the initiative here. I don't think I'm supposed to spin the top with Prism. I could, but it doesn't seem like it's worth it. All right, yeah. So even if I upheaval, Quinn does have the initiative, but that doesn't necessarily mean upheaval's bad still. I think what I'm going to do is just draw for my turn and go to 10, draw for my turn. Any academies? Oh, Mana Crypt. Okay, so I'm almost assuredly upheavaling this turn. The question is, do I want to spin top to try to find Academy first? Let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. I'd upheaval with 3 floating. I mean, I can replay Tezzeret. If I upheaval with 2 floating, land, Grim. So I can go, if let's say I spin top, upheaval with 2 mana floating. I can play Mana Crypt. I can have them both be blue. I can play Mana Crypt, play Grim, play Tezzeret, untap 2 lands, play Mightstone and Weakstone. Yeah, that seems good enough that I think it's worth spinning, because if I find Academy, it just goes completely bananas. There's Expedition Map. So that's kind of interesting. So let's say I tap the top to draw a map, play map with the mana floating, crack this, play Academy. Academy taps for top's gone, but Academy taps for 5. Yeah, that's still a ton. All right. Draw. Map. Mana Crypt. Crack the map. Get Blared Academy. Play Academy. Tap this. Untap Academy. I won't be able to play a land post upheaval, but I'm okay with that. Upheaval, because Tezzeret breaks even if I untap. Well, wait, no, Tezzeret doesn't break even. If I play Tezzeret and untap Candelabra, I make even more mana. Untap Candelabra Grim. Tap this, untap Academy. Tap this, upheaval. With about 1,000 mana floating. And go Grim. Mightstone, Weakstone. And I'll leave a red in case I want to replay Pentad Prism. Draw 2 cards, because I have to do that. Lotus Petal Retrofitter. Well, hold on. I want to cast Tezzeret as well, so let's go Tezzeret first. I think I can avoid. I don't think I care about my Pentad Prism here. I think I can just kill Quinn actually next turn. Tap this, play Candelabra, Mana Crypt, because I'm just going to +1 Tezzeret. Untap these 2. And then next turn I just minus the Tezzeret and attack for approximately 1 million. So I'll make a Pentad Prism for 1. And then pass the turn. All right, go ahead. And then next turn, Tezzeret -5. I just attack with everything. You can do your initiative thing, I guess. All right, well, that's kind of what this deck was trying to do. It didn't really look like that in game 1. In game 1, it just looked like a really bad blue-white control deck. And I think Quinn is pretty toast. All right, yeah, player, Sylvan Safekeeper. Let's make a token. Okay, there we go. Game 3 here. Yeah. All right. I'm good to go here on the draw. Mana Crypt Academy. These are the cards I'm wanting in my opening hand. Oh, I probably could have put Lutri in hand on that upheaval turn too. Not that that is super relevant, but technically possible. Okay. Let's go opener. Yeah, this is great. No Academy, but it does have the Mana Crypt. Turn 1, I can put Lutri in hand. I could also just play turn 1 Talisman. Huh. I mean, I'm going to play the Mana Crypt on turn 1, I would imagine. It'd be nice to be able to hardcast Subtlety on turn 2. So to do that, I need to go turn 1 Talisman Candelabra. Yeah, that seems like a totally reasonable play. Quinn's deciding whether to mulligan or not. And maybe I'll get a dub off Quinn. What's my record against Quinn? It's one of the cool things about the bot in our server. So record. So if I go record head-to-head Quinniac, I have 13 wins and 11 losses. So we've played 24 times and I've won 13 of those times. All right. Quinn can't tie it up with this one, but Quinn has also beaten me pretty badly a couple times recently. So even though I think I won our last outing, keep. Quinn did keep 7 eventually. All right. Turn 1 Mana Dork. Haven't done it yet. So I'm curious if this will be the game. Game 1 just didn't have it, and then game 2 had turn 1 Sylvan Safekeeper, which is we are not the same. Okay, turn 1 Hex Drinker. Yeah, I'm not going to subtlety that, but that is pretty annoying. That's actually one of the cards I really don't want to see. All right. Portal, that's also kind of a card I don't want to see. All right, Mana Crypt. Talisman. Candelabra. Pass the turn. Basically, the disaster scenario is Quinn like spends turn 3 just like leveling up the Hex Drinker when I leave Subtlety mana up. But you know, what are you gonna do? All right, Noble. Probably level up once and then attack. So you know what I would like to draw? Balance or Tolarian Academy. If I draw Academy, can I cast? I can cast like 1 mana short of casting the portal on turn 2. Pretty funny. All right, winning the flip's really nice. Oh, Urza Saga. That's really nice. All right, so let's just do that. Pass the turn. And Urza Saga Candelabra also goes really hard. So the reason that drawing Saga was so sick is I think Quinn now can't really just sit back on Hex Drinker. Yeah, and I'm not going to play Subtlety to block a 3-2 here, because I'm just going to want a Hex Drinker whatever Quinn plays. If Quinn has Flash Woodfall, that would suck. Sika's Chariot. Well, I can force that. So let's go. Untap. Played around Subtlety, but didn't play around Force of Negation. Not that there's really a way to do both. All right, I lost that flip. Oh, Coveted Jewel. Huh. Land. Problem is if I play Jewel, I mean, I could play Jewel and still make a Saga token, but right now I can make a Saga token, untap Saga. So I think I do that. Yeah, all right. The reason I'm doing it like this is if Quinn has artifact removal, imagine I make a Saga token, I go to untap it, and they blow up Urza Saga. That seems really bad for me. I don't think I could afford to play Coveted Jewel there. I had one blocker because I could untap the Saga with Candle, but I feel like here I just got to do this. Nadu, okay. And no attacks. Let's make another token. Draw. Let's do Mana Crypt. Be nice to win this one. All right. Drawing Academy would be pretty nice too. I guess I can get Expedition Map. Oh, let's see. So if I get Expedition Map, crack map, play Academy, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and I can just portal here. All right, that's going to be my plan here, and I don't think Quinn has a way to counter that. So This flip actually doesn't matter quite so much. Obviously, if Quinn has something here, that could be annoying, but I don't think that's really that likely. All right. I lost the flip. Draw. I'm just going to tap this for a colorless now. I'm really glad I took this expedition map. Crack map. Play Academy. Academy. Let's see. 5. Untap it. 9. I mean, technically I could coveted Jewel first, but I don't think I want to do that because I would rather have subtlety up. 9. Portal with subtlety up. Not that I need subtlety that badly, but boom, there we go. That's a busted Academy deck, and whew, maybe I should have mulliganed game 1. All right, my team is happy with that result, I'll tell you that. All right, let's do a live look-in. I have no idea what's going on, but Jacob is playing here against the Fats. Fats is my next opponent, and there's a Comet on 9. There's a Archon. There's a 11-10 Solitude, a Bonehorde Dracosaur. Let's just see how this resolves. A Vaultborn Tyrant. I I mean, usually the person who's attacking with Archon and Vaultborn Tyrant is winning, but so is usually the person who has Bonehorde Dracosaur and a Comet out. So, yeah, I guess I don't know what to tell you. Jacob goes up to 17 off that attack. Archon can attack for 6, but you lose a squirrel, you discard a card in hand. Comet doesn't even die. Could also equip pre-war formalware to the Dracosaur, and now it's a 7/7 first strike. Oh, or it's, yes, of course, the Lion Sash. Now it's an 11/11 first strike, so Fats needs to do something about that. And there's a Palantir of Orthonc in play, but a Goblin Crater Maker could take it out at some point here. The funny thing is you could also have Fats mill for 5, though that may or may not work if, depending on what's left in their deck. 17 isn't that high of life. Okay. It just looked like good action to me, so I am in. And so let's say if the Fats has a removal spell for his Dracosaur, then things go downhill pretty fast, because then the Archon can hit and the Vaultborn can hit. But yeah, we'll see. All right. Reckless Stormseeker? Sure, that's not too much of a threat. What are we doing with this Reckless Stormseeker? Are we getting in? Oh, okay. They're all attacking. So you sack a squirrel, you discard whatever's left in hand, and they're all. Who are they attacking? Just all at Jacob. Okay. I mean, Bonehard Dracosaur on Archon's an obvious block. Generous Plunder on Name Sticker seems fine. It's got a treasure token, so you can block Stormseeker on Crater Maker. Or, well, blocking there and sacking doesn't really do anything because it has trample, but whatever. It doesn't matter. You're basically not blocking. So I should have blocked the illusion token. And probably blowing up the Palantir is my guess. Oh no, just killing the illusion. Okay. All right, that the Vaultborn, well, lack of block makes sense. Kill the Archon. There's no real way around that. And I guess your main concern is if Fats reanimates, that you have something to sack that isn't Bonehorde Dracosaur would be nice, and that is currently the case. Okay, Dragon's Rage Channeler's fine. Jacob gonna get another. Ooh, you gotta let Fats draw here, but getting another Bonehorde Dracosaur trigger and Comet activation. All right, this is exciting. So, just to be clear, Comet. I just moved myself right in front of Comet. All right, Comet. Oh, Ancestraling too. Wow, we're really close to decking the opponent here. Comet either is gonna make. Can you just be a little more consistent? Moving around. It either makes some squirrels, nugs for 9. Oh, this is -1, so this is getting back a cheap card from the graveyard. So that's one of the worst abilities for Comet, honestly. I'm really hoping, obviously, for a 6 there. So now You know, it's pretty close. He gets back Ancestral. Guess you can Ancestral yourself. If you knew that was going to work that way, you could have double Ancestral the opponent. But I assume with 6 cards that you should be in a decent spot now, because the opponent didn't have a way to kill the Dracosaur before. And you could even give it Vigilance with pre-war formal wear. You made a dinosaur token. You've got a lot of mana. You just drew 6 cards. All right. I mean, I guess attacking here doesn't really do that much because the Dragon's Rage blocks, but I guess it eats a Dragon's Rage. I would hope Jacob has a little bit more. Let's see. So we actually did see Jacob's deck here. So Winds of Abandon, Wandering Emperor, Oust are all cards that could be in hand right now. Because, oh, Winds is gone. But Oust is still pretty good, ousting the Vaultborn. And, yeah, I mean, also we're at a point now where if the Dracosaur dies, there's just like a giant Lion Sash chilling in play. So that's kind of nice too. All right, so we're hitting with Bonehorn Dracosaur. I kind of expect Dragon's Rage to block, but maybe not. Maybe going to 15 is better, so you can have another attacker in the air. But, I mean, Jacob just has to have multiple plays this turn. So far has not played an actual card besides Ancestral. Has just double Ancestral and equipped the formal wear. So I kind of expect there to be some kind of something with that many cards in hand. But who knows? And okay, Oust on the Vaultborn. Yep, I like that. So it's second from the top. So, funnily enough, Fats can actually draw with Converter, then draw the Vaultborn, and then cast it with the treasures, but isn't doing that. Could still do that, actually, I think, right? Yeah. Okay, what is this? This is a lot of mana. Etali. Oh, knowing you're going to hit Vaultborn. You're actually getting pretty close to decking at this point, because now Vaultborn Tyrant and Guide of Souls. Okay. Didn't stack it right, actually. I'm going to end up down 1 energy, which actually could matter a lot, but who knows. Now Fats has 2 cards in hand. Honestly, oh man, if you knew the decks better, you could gamble on Palantir. Also, Comet hitting Ancestral is lethal now. But it's not like Fats can make that great of an attack, right? Can attack with Dragon's Rage and Vaultborn. Okay, I guess attacking with everything. So now Jacob has, because Jacob also has Caracas to. Oh, and the Wandering Emperor. Okay, yeah, this looks crazy game. But it looks like Jacob is going to be fine here. You exile the Vaultborn. You gain 2, go to 10. Dracosaur can eat the Dragon's Rage. Dinosaur can trade for the Reckless. And you can probably just chump anyway. And then bouncing Etali is not unreasonable. The only risk with Etali is if Jacob has all lands left or almost all lands left, Etali could technically mill out Jacob here. The only one thing is you don't actually want to do it with that timing. There's no reason to do it right then because then it leaves you down on Lion Sash mana and technically Fats could have like another animate for Archon or something. you okay. Let Fats draw. I think that's reasonable. All right. Dracosaur triggers. Exile the top 2. Oh, Etali actually could deck Jacob here. Though, I think this is pretty close to lethal by activating Colonnade. I mean, we'll see what Comet does. But activating Colonnade, Wandering Emperor, attack with Dracosaur, because that's 17, and then you just pump with Lion Sash 4 times. All right, just made 2 squirrels. But that actually should still be enough here, I think. And it indeed is. Whew, what a match. That was sick. We had some haters and doubters in the comments about how Jacob played against me last time. Wasn't maybe optimal, but this was a sick win. You got to give Jacob props, so I'm doing that right now. All right, let's battle this Reanimator deck. All right, I'm on the play here against that Necromancy, Archon, Etali, Vaultborn sort of stuff. Okay, well, I'll definitely keep this hand. This hand is potentially a very fast coveted jewel, given that I draw another artifact to enable this Mox Opal, which coincidentally, those artifacts tend to also make mana. Let's just play the Opal, I think. Not a big deal, but if I got Inquisitioned, I might want that to be the case, or Duressed. Honestly, opponent probably takes... Oh, is this Ragavan? All right, well, I guess I'll just have to block that with Lutri. Lutri does it all. All right. Any Mind Stones? Any Talismans? Oh, interesting. So if I play Urza Saga... No, I just... If I play Urza Saga, I'm setting up to get hit by Ragavan. I don't really like that idea. Would have been a sick turn on Urza Saga draw, though. Okay. Cast Lutri here. And then I can play Saga next turn and have Force of Negation up as well. Okay. And Dragon's Rage Channeler, sure. Plus Swamp and Currency Converter, nice. It's a good little start too, I will say. All right. Still wouldn't mind a cheap artifact here. I mean, that's actually always what this deck wants. All right, I won the flip. Nice. Island, no good. Because now that Dragon's Rage Channeler makes playing Coveted Jewel a lot less appealing to him. I'd have to just wait on that. What would be really nice is if this turn's play was something I could Force of Negation. I don't know how likely that is, because it's not like my opponent's going to cast a reanimation spell. But it would also be fine if next turn, if they didn't do anything, and then next turn I go make a token and I have Force up. That seems pretty good too. All right, I'm just using Currency Converter. Yeah, that totally works for me. Lost the flip. Draw. Oh, Balance is also pretty interesting. I mean, I don't think I cast it here, but it's a good card in general to draw. I mean, I'm taking a bit of damage for this Mana Crypt here. Balance against Currency Converter is a little bit tough. Okay. I mean, I can exile, or with Force of Negation, an Animate here, so not too worried about that. Can't attack with Dragon's Rage currently. I guess if the Fats has a pre-combat spell... Yeah, that I can't stop either. Oh, that's nice with Currency Converter too. So they need land and an instant sorcerer enchantment to make Dragon's Rage big. I'm actually really glad it doesn't. With Mana Crypt in play, I really want to conserve my life total. And they should just exile both. Okay, well, I feel like I'm still going to do some good stuff here. Yeah, let's Saga. The Balance makes Sagaing not necessarily just straight up upside, of course, but I think it's still okay. All right, I won the flip. That's nice. Draw. Oh, Candelabra. All right. I think I'm going to make another idiot, and I think I'm going to get Academy here. Well, get Expedition Map and get Academy. And then crack this. And I think go for this Coveted Jewel play. Oh, hold on. It's not. Do it a little better. All right. Candelabra. And here I think it's better just to untap all those lands. It just gives me more flexibility with my mana. So I could actually balance to start here. It would kill an elemental token and that's it. I probably don't want to do that. The reason to do that was it makes Coveted Jewel safer, but they also can make a token end of turn. So I'm just going to play Coveted Jewel here. And then I guess pass the turn. Yeah. All right, let's see what they do. That was not a great Coveted Jewel draw. Okay. Let's see. So they get to steal Coveted Jewel, but I think I'll be able to steal it back with this Subtlety, and I have enough mana to cast Subtlety and Force of Negation. So my plan here is to let them get Coveted Jewel. Not that I love that, but I think I wanted to get something going. And then let's see what this is. Palantir. Yeah, I'm probably going to be okay with Palantir. That's a little interesting. They kept it on top. 3 card types. If I let them have Palantir, they could animate. But Palantir's going to draw them a lot of cards. I actually think it's okay. I think that my game plan here is going to involve upheaval regardless. Okay, so I think block, take 3, go down to 10. They take coveted jewel. Oh, I guess actually I did want a subtlety and block because they're going to steal the thing. Because I do have to cast it here. Yeah, all right. I should have just subtletied and blocked. All right, well, I do have a force of negation here. They have a lot of mana, but hopefully they can't play 2 really good spells. And then next turn I can attack and take back Jewel. Oh, this is kind of a good sign if they're starting with a treasure, because maybe they need 6 mana for something. And hopefully this is a spell. Oh, Grief. Well, I can't counter that. But it looks like I'm going to get to steal the Jewel back, and I just need to find Upheaval, and then I just win. So they'll take Force if they have another follow-up here. Though they didn't need to make the treasure there. They have a Rocket State. Are they going to animate dead or something? Oh, Robber of the Rich with Reach. No, that doesn't really do anything. All right. And I'll let them draw their card. Yeah, you can draw a card. All right. With a Mana Crypt in play, I'm not looking to take more damage here. All right, especially lost the flip. Any upheavals? All right, that's not an upheaval. Let's send in with all 3 because the robber has reach, so I guess I could leave subtlety back, but I think I'm just going to want to send in with all 3. Okay. I get coveted jewel back. Okay, that's actually pretty great. Okay, so now let's start by casting Mightstone and Weakstone to draw 2 cards. I think that's going to be, because if I find Upheaval, I have so much mana here. If I find Upheaval, I just basically win. The Portal's also pretty nice. Because I have 1, 2, so right now Academy taps for 7. So even with just Academy Candle, I have 13, but I have a bunch more artifacts to play, so I have more than that. Let's go Sensei's Top. Spin. Let's see if I can. All right. This deck is disgusting. A good Academy deck is really a sight to behold, you know? Retrofitter generates mana this turn. Candelabra the Academy. Pay 1. Tap this for more mana. Draw a card. Tap this for more mana. Upheaval. I might not even want to play. Oh. Where'd they go? I was going to have so much more fun here. I was going to be able to go 14 mana, just basically play my whole deck again and pass the turn. There we go. All right, game 2. Also, did you know this deck has an Urza in it? Because I haven't actually seen the card yet. Good card. I don't really have anything against reanimation stuff. A Braid kills Currency Converter, but seems kind of thin. Yeah. Well, let's just get in there. I like pretty much everything I've got here. On the draw here. And, I've drawn a lot of Mana Crypt, so I'm not complaining about not drawing Urza. I'm just saying it's kind of funny that I was like, wait, doesn't this deck have an Urza in it? Indeed it does. Indeed it does. Okay. Let's see what the Fats has for me here. All right. Reveal Lutrizzle. And look at my opener. No Mana Crypt, no Academy, no Mox Opal. But it does have a Force, which is kind of nice. Hey, you know what? I'm going to mulligan this. I think this deck can mulligan a little bit more aggressively. All right, yeah, I'll keep this hand. Put a Portal on the bottom. That one seems like the furthest from happening here. All right, they went Thornspire Verge, go. Okay. Upheaval's not an ideal draw. How likely is it? I don't think it's that likely it'll have a Spell Pierce target on turn 2, so let's just get Lutri here, and I can't really play Mana Confluence there. Okay, well, if this gets animated on turn 2, it's really not that bad because I get to Brazen Borrower it. Oh, they got a Raucous Theater anyway, so I guess we're just chilling. All right, well, I need to draw. I mean, honestly, Island is an okay draw. Um, Obviously, artifacts are generally good. Winning the flip is nice. All right, Island is good. Pass the turn. Because now I can Tezzeret next turn. I can't play Lutri this turn, but it would be kind of nice to land a Spell Pierce. I also might just, yeah, I'm just going to Brazen Borrower that. Okay, Petty Theft on the Stormseeker. And next turn I can go Tezzeret. I could just basically sack the Tezzeret. We'll see what I draw, of course, but Tezzeret and then minus. And honestly, I might just get Grim Monolith at this point. Oh, Coveted Jewel. Okay. And then the Tezzeret will die. I mean, I think the Grim Monolith is going to be the best here. And because if I drew Academy, I'd get Candelabra probably, but if I get Grim here and then pass the turn, probably priced into using Reckless Stormseeker to kill Tezzeret, and then next turn I have 8 mana. Oh, we're not doing. Okay. Well, if Tezzeret survives, we can go pretty nuts. Is that a misclick or something? Like, or just had a. I mean, a grief here would be kind of annoying, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. Because next turn now with a Tezzeret in play, I can cast Coveted Jewel, use Tezzeret to untap Grim and Coveted Jewel, and then cast Upheaval. This is like without Academy too. All right, well, I think opponent may have made, well, maybe not a miscalculation of any kind. We'll see what this name sticker does. Okay. Oh, it does look like a little bit of a misclick, you know? So it goes. I myself have misclicked plenty. Okay. Well, we get to have a really good turn as a result. So let's go Coveted Jewel. Draw 3 cards. Obviously, if I draw Academy, things just go bananas. Yeah. I could search for Candelabra, but I don't really need to do that. Let's go Sensei's Top, Academy, tap this for blue, untap those 2, tap this for blue, blue, blue. Sure, I'll do white on that one. This is why when I'm deep into Academy decks, I always just slam Upheaval. Like, look at this. Grim Monolith. And there we go. Another game ends with my opponent having not a single solitary permanent in play. 2-0 and loving it. On to round 3. All right, time for round 3. Let's go for the clean sweep here. To play first. Be a little companion. All right, yeah. This hand's totally great. A number of cards, as usual. Mana Crypt and Academy that would make this go even harder. But turn 1, Candelabra. Turn 2, Mind Stone. And I have Mox Opal going. Is pretty nice. Let's see. What is Dan Zant up to these days? Jeskai with like No More Lies, White Plume, Thopter Sword. Okay. Kind of interesting stuff. Turn on candle. Pass the turn. Not playing black, so don't really need to run out the opal quite yet. Ocelot Pride. Okay. That's a good opener. Mindstone. Opal. And next turn, I'm probably going to try to play Subtlety and block. Dan's going to hit me for 1. No blue mana as of yet. Okay, no plays. That's fine. Draw. Oh. I didn't know that was a thing you could do. All right. So I can just play Coveted Jewel here. I think I will do that. And hope Dan doesn't have Reprieve. All right. Draw. Okay, so let's go Grim, Lotus Petal, Pentad Prism. And I'm just going to put Lutri into my hand here and pass. And now I can untap Academy and cast Lutri and Subtlety to block the two creatures. Unless Dan has something here. If he has end of turn creature, that's even sicker because I get to Subtlety it. But I guess we'll see. So he knows end of turn bolt me? Ooh, that's not going to age well, I don't think. All right, so let's Candelabra the Academy here. I mean, if he's got no more lies, then that's kind of unfortunate because I'm 1 mana short of stopping that. Lutri. Oh, did you see how that worked? Oh my god, that was such a beating. The odds that he has a flash creature before blocks here, incredible. Incredible. I guess the bolt and end of turn is a bit of a tell for Snapcaster, but that's the play of the day for sure. Block, block. You don't get the Coveted Jewel. I keep the Coveted Jewel. I don't have anything in hand, but I have a Mind Stone. Map can also get a Urza Saga, but I have like 1,000 mana and Dan has nothing in play. Oh, there's a Sensei's Top. Okay, so hold on. I mean, I don't actually have to be that careful with my mana because I have so much of it. Let's spin top, see if I can find something. Oh yeah, that's something. Let's go Candelabra the Academy. Paying 1. Draw Tezzeret. Or, yeah, whatever. Hold on, let's do this a little better. Tezzeret. -1 Tezzeret. Get Retrofitter. Tap this for blue. Map. I've already used Candelabra. Let's map and play Urza Saga. This is my turn 4. I mean, this is what Academy. This is why I draft Academy. You know, here's the thing. This is gonna make me draft Academy like 5 more times when I shouldn't, because when it works, it's unbelievable. I can't believe I got to Subtlety the Snapcaster. Oh yeah, expressive iteration. You got something that'll get you out of this, that's for sure. I'm gonna get to just make a million retrofitters here. Like, it is just, whew, this is really something. I don't even think Thopter combo would do anything here, honestly. Oh, hold on. Let's go make a servo, untap this, and I could, yeah, let's just make another servo, untap this, and then, sure, I'll sack a servo to make a Thopter. All right. I mean, I have like 1,000 mana next turn. I'm not even like exaggerating that much, especially with a Mana Crypt too. And a Tezzeret. I mean, I'm just gonna search for my Sensei's Top here. And then spin the top and see if I can find a upheaval to just really drive the point home. All right, there's a Spell Pierce. That's fine. Let's make a servo here. And I can make 2 Saga tokens and like a million servos here. And then next turn I can make more. And, I mean, this is just... I even have a Spell Pierce ready to go. Yeah, yeah, all right. Drawing Academy was good. Not gonna lie, it was really good. This actually is a matchup where a Braid and Flame Tongue could be kind of nice. Oh, Braid also kills the Thopter combo. All right, let's put a Braid and Flame Tongue in. Let's put in Inspiring Vantage. Let's actually take out the Portal. It's kind of expensive. It's got counter spells. Revoker. I don't really want Revoker in. Get Lost, can't kill artifacts, funny enough. And I can probably afford 2 mountains because then I go down 1 blue and 1 white. Is that right? Yeah, because I'm putting in a blue and a white off the Vantage and whatnot. But it does mean I need to cut another card. Do I want to cut Spell Pierce? Doesn't look amazing. It's got like Minsk and Boo. I mean, Minsk and Boo's pretty good, but all right, I'm kind of in to cut a Spell Pierce here. Yeah. Oh, the subtle. I was debating whether to play Lutri or Subtlety first. I think there's actually an argument to play Subtlety first because of No More Lies. Like it'd be better to get the Lutri No More Lies, but the way that worked was just obscene. All right. Yeah, we're running this. This is and there's my Urza showing up finally. This is turn 1 Spirebluff Canal, cast map, Opal Diamond, discard mountain, crack map, end of turn for Academy, turn 2 Urza. Yeah, I like those. All right, after watching this deck play out more, okay, you can see it coming. That's fine with me. That first hand I kept against Quinn, Spell Pierce, Get Lost, Petal, 4 lands. Yeah, I just shouldn't have done that. That was a mistake. And I mulliganed a similar hand later. I don't remember. I think it was against Fats. I don't know. This deck has too good of explosive starts for me to be keeping hands like that, I am afraid. Okay, Commercial District. Yeah, Bolt doesn't look too good here. Could always just draw Academy. All right, let's go Spider Bluff, Opal, Diamond, discard Mountain, Expedition Map. All right, go ahead. And if Dan plays a creature, I could Mightstone it, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to play Urza. What is this? Embrace Shieldbreaker me? Oh no, Mana Vault. Okay. Mana Vault into Fable. All right. Oh, that's not bad. I think I'm still kind of crushing here. Expedition Map has just been incredible for me this draft. Very glad I took it over Gristlebrand. Stayed on plan. Ooh, interesting. So I'm going to play Academy. As it stands, I could just cast Urza, but if I cast Pentad Prism, I mean, I'm going to do that anyway. And tap this for 3, 4. I can't quite Mightstone and Weakstone. I'm actually pretty close. I'm only 1 short, but I think this is still pretty nice because now, I mean, worst comes to worst, Dan kills the Urza, leaving me with a construct, and I get to tap Academy to cast Mightstone and Weakstone and draw 2 cards next turn. I mean, Dan also kept a hand. I mean, it was a good hand. I'm not saying it wasn't, but the hand does not have any blue or white mana. And, you know, it's going to be a little slower start because I guess a turn 2 Fable's pretty good. Could attack with the Goblin if you really need the mana. Balance. I don't need to do that right now. So how do I want to do this? I think I start by just tapping Academy and Spire Bluff and just casting Mightstone. Memory Lapse. Okay. I'm going to, in response, I think Urza. And I think I'll just use the Pentad Prism counters. Because I want Mightstone and Weakstone to be on top. Oh, get lost. Let's kill the Goblin Shaman, I think. Memory Lapse goes on top. Play a land. Attack for 5 here. Because this opens the door to attack for a bunch without getting attacked back and letting Dan have a treasure. All right. Reflection is in. You can use the map tokens on Reflection if he really wants to. And next turn I'm casting Mightstone and Weakstone. Also, if he somehow kills my Urza and my Construct, Balance starts to become live. I do have a Lutri I can get at some point here, but with Balance in hand, I kind of don't want to get Lutri right away. Okay. You know, Dan's not as behind as the last time he cast Iteration in this matchup, but he's not doing good here. Next turn, I get to go Mightstone and Weakstone, draw 2 cards, then spin Urza. Okay, got a Plateau. I'm sure that's something he wants. Into Ocelot Pride, into map token the Pride. And hit Plains. All right, so let's go. I mean, I guess technically I could not tap Academy. Yeah, I guess it's actually fine. Let's do it that way, because I'm not casting Balance this turn anyway, so let's cast Mightstone and Weakstone. Draw 2 cards. There is some risk of these things going nuts together, but I don't think I'm that worried about that. All right, 5 mana. Tezzeret. And I could just get a Retrofitter. I could also untap Mightstone and Weakstone, but I don't think that's going to be as good as just getting a Retrofitter Foundry. And passing the turn. Yeah, I don't think I want to put Lutri into hand. I want to have blockers for this Ocelot Pride, because if Dan copies Ocelot Pride, attacks with both, and they both survive, and end of turn, it makes a token, then another token, then a token, and then 3 more tokens. It's kind of a lot. Again, I have Balance, so I'm not that worried about it, but I would still like to avoid that if I can. So, can't be Fracture Identity. Oh, we're putting Flage in to kill Tezzeret? Sure. That I don't mind so much. I'm just getting so much value every turn off of all my cards. I guess I guess you can copy Ocelot Pride now and then make a bunch of tokens. Yeah, that's pretty good. So I get to. So let's see how many tokens he ends up with. Yeah, like 1 million. Do I want to Mightstone and Weakstone and make a Retrofitter? I actually kind of don't because of this Balance, I think. I think I'm just going to draw. I want Upheaval is what I want, but I think I'll start by spinning Urza and seeing what I hit. Because Balance will set Dan down to 3 lands and 2 creatures in play. A Mana Crypt. I'm at 20? Yeah, I guess I'll probably want to use that. So let's go Mana Crypt. And spin Urza again. Hit Island. Okay, so let's go these 2. And I think I'd rather keep Mana Confluence in hand to make Dan lose another land. So now you can't keep Flage, Ocelot, and Reflection. You got to keep 2 of those. And then I get to attack with these things. Oh, wait, Reflection on Ocelot makes permanent Ocelots? Right. I for some reason just didn't even put that together till now. That's sick. That's pretty good. Dan loses 2 cards in hand as well. The Flage I can block with Construct token. You can keep Ocelot Pride Reflection. Oh, interesting. He could actually try and recast Flage next turn, but he wouldn't be able to make a token as well. And I think I'm going to leave up mana for Subtlety, which I currently have. Yeah, this is kind of interesting. What 2 creatures do you keep? I kind of wish my Construct just wasn't in play, but I guess it blocks Flage pretty nicely. Discard Normalize and Time Twister. Yeah, Normalize isn't doing too much, and Neither is Time Twister, so that seems fair. I mean, I guess he could keep Flage, keep Reflection, or sorry, keep fake Ocelot or token Ocelot Pride Reflection. So the real one goes to the graveyard. Flage goes to the graveyard. You can bring back Flage. You can't do this whole like crazy make 17 cats thing, but you can kind of work your way back towards it. So it's actually a really interesting play. I'm not sure what Dan's gonna end up keeping. And I can actually make a retrofitter token and cast subtlety, which is pretty nice. So I do have some options here. Yeah, Pride Ocelot, or sorry, Ocelot Pride Reflection is just like goes hard. All right, and does in fact keep those, but didn't keep the token one. I don't actually think that's what you wanted to do. All right, well, I'm gonna attack with the construct because I'm not gonna be able to retrofit her in subtlety, but I think getting some damage in works pretty nicely. And I can still block an Ocelot Pride with Urza here. Dan does have the City's Blessing. Also, if Dan plays a creature first, then I get to do something here. Map token the Ocelot Pride, revealing Goldspan. I don't think Goldspan's going to be good enough. So now it's a kind of interesting play. Do I... Ooh, you're going to 3 here? No. Do I block the Ocelot Pride with Subtlety? Yeah, I think I go for it. Oh, no, it doesn't play anything. All right, I'm going to keep Subtlety in hand. I'm going to create a servo. I'm also now going to have enough mana that Retrofitter can stop the Ocelot Prides from gaining life, and I have Subtlety to stop this Flage. Dan's going to try to set this up again with an end of turn, make a token, untap, make a token, Flage. I do Flame Tongue as well. Okay, let's... hold on, let's just play Flame Tongue here, I think. And I think I kill the Reflection of Kiki Jiki. I could kill the Ocelot Pride. Yeah, maybe actually I'll kill the Ocelot Pride. That one seems a little more dangerous, and Dan can copy it. I mean, Flame Tongue just ends the game. I think I was going to win this game anyway. You got to block the construct token, but it doesn't really help to attack. I'm just going to pass. I'm not going to spin Urza here. I don't even think I want... I guess I'll put Lutri into hand. I am not counting my retrofitter mana here. This is not a spot for that. Like, I have so much mana here that I could count what the permutations of retrofitter foundry want to be for me to like decide whether to put Lutri into hand. I'm just going to assume that just having a lot of mana is probably fine. And it looks like we're going to get the 3-0. Not quite the clean sweep because Quinn did beat us game 1, but I don't think we've lost a game since then. All right. We are crushing. Yeah, here comes Flage, and let's go tap Academy. Cast Subtlety. I don't even really need to. I mean, this is just convenient because it ends the game. But, whew, look at that. Would you look at that? All right. Welcome to round 4. We got a bonus round. So the way these team drafts work, it's 4-on-4, and you only play 3 people. If you watch these videos, you probably know that. But Zurg here, Tobias, former Swedish national champion, wanted to challenge me because we didn't play each other. We were on opposite teams, but this is the one match we don't play. And we crushed them like 8-3 or something in the draft. But he wanted a battle, so I'm in. He's got a mono white aggro splashing Brain Freeze, Underworld Breach, and Lotus. So that's really something. Let's go ahead and play first. Reveal Lutri. I might side in Blightsteel here. Ooh, I will keep this hand. Because if he Brain Freezes me, then I have at least one turn to try to kill him, which I think is kind of reasonable, and potentially more. Here's a way I could win. I could get Brain Freeze onto one card, draw the Blightsteel, upheaval, then discard Blightsteel every turn to not deck. Maybe that's the thing. Let's go Opal, Academy, Map. and pass the turn. And not sure what all we're going to do here, but more artifacts would be helpful to decide. I didn't, maybe I wanted to get Urza Saga there. I kind of wanted to just set up a balance of some kind. I could just cast Force of Negation here. I could put Lutri into hand. Let's just put Lutri into hand and pass. I just don't really want to crack map that badly with Academy in play. Like, I know Saga will give me my artifact count back, but I also kind of like putting Lutri in hand. Oh my god, he has Wasteland in his deck. Well, that makes this hand a lot worse. All right. Let's oh, I drew Portal. Must have just drawn the Wasteland too. You dirty dog. All right, well, now my plan is definitely going to be to get Urza Saga and go from there. Staff of the Storyteller. That's fine. Crack map, get Urza Saga. I don't really want to pitch to counter that. I really want to save Force Negation for like Underworld Breach, I think. Play Urza Saga, pass the turn. Okay, well, it's going to be a little trickier without Academy. And my draws so far have been Island, Portal, Island, which really great for me. Adeline. Okay. Again, I could subtlety that, but honestly, the Saga kind of does a pretty good job of that. Oh, can't do it now. I think I just take it. I want to keep Lutri to pitch. I also have balance. I could balance here. 5 cards in hand. Play the plains. Let's just chill for now and see. Because I could balance next turn. But, like I could make a Saga token, block Adeline. It dies. And then next turn, Saga goes away and I get like, I don't know, Mana Crypt or something. And then balance, something like that. I mean, it's I think a little obvious here when I do that, but I'm okay with that, I think. Unless, oh, is he going to can't kill my construct before blocks? That would be sick. Don't think that's happening, though. Let's block Adeline. I also want to take less damage because of Mana Crypt here. The staff is kind of annoying, but I think I'll be okay. Okay, draws now. Land, play another creature. I would not mind that. No plays. Okay. Draw. Tap this for colorless. I'm going to have kind of a lot of mana here. Get Mana Crypt. Cast Grim Monolith. And 6 cards in hand, 4 lands. Yeah, let's balance. I almost always would rather not play a land before casting balance if the choice is make them lose a land, make them lose a card in hand. It's usually better just to make them lose a land and play, unless it's like really in the late game. But in like the earlier mid game, it's often better just to do that, especially since if you played the land first, they would just have to discard a land instead, and they'd rather have a land in play. All right. You got moves? No? All right, I guess I'll pass the turn then. And I have actually a lot of mana now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, I could cast Portal next turn. I could have pathed. Funny. And then I'll play my land. And ship the turn. I can technically cast both Subtlety and Occult Epiphany. X equals 2. I guess I'm at 15. I guess that's fine. It's just draw 2, discard 2. Make some 1/1s. Force is my only out to Underworld Breach in my whole deck, so I really don't want to get breached, especially since even if I go Upheaval Lotus, then Upheaval everything, Zord can go Lotus Breach and then just, do that thing, so. Kind of interesting question here. Do I want to just cast Subtlety now to try and block one of the Spirit tokens? Don't think so. Can take a little damage, and it sets up portal here nicely. What I really would like is opponent here to just play another creature. But I'll take 2. It's okay. And there's Adeline to get out of the graveyard here. All right, something's happening. Good. I just like moves being made because I have a mana crypt in play, so I do really want to progress the game a little more. And I mean, I do have a lot of mana, so Zurg has to kind of be cognizant of that. Another creature, a Council's Judgment. I'm just gonna hit my Grim Monolith, I guess. All right. I guess I can live with that. I could eat my mana crypt to take less damage. I don't think I want that to happen. All right. I'm on the flip. That's nice. Lotus Petal. So now my Mox Opal's back on. Okay, let's just pass one more turn. Yeah, my Academy getting wastelanded is definitely setting me back a bit here. The Staff of the Storyteller's been incredible. It's drawn 3 cards or something like that so far. All right, I go to 11. I think that's fine. And I think next turn I'll probably play Subtlety if Zorg doesn't do anything. Sarah Paragon, 4, 5, 8. Let's just cast Subtlety. And Subtlety the Sarah Paragon. And then next turn, like if I knew I was drawing a land, I would just be fine casting Portal here, but I can still Portal next turn. I think that'll work pretty well. Well, next time the Sarah Paragon comes out. Oh, okay. Let's cast Coveted Jewel. We'll see what happens. There's Upheaval. So I want to set that up. Coveted Jewel is going to get yoinked here, as it turns out. And I can't stop it. 1 mana short of Upheavaling, but I guess I can play Retrofitter and pass the turn. I can eat a Spirit Token. I still have Force Negation up. And next turn I can Upheaval back my Coveted Jewel. All right, I actually think this could be decent. It'll be kind of interesting to see how this plays out. Okay. Make a servo. Block a Spirit Token. You steal Coveted Jewel. So Zurg has a lot of mana here, so obviously we'll see. But next turn, if I can go Upheaval, Mox Diamond, it'd be nice to not lose the flip, because then I would feel a lot better about Mana Crypt. I'm letting Lotus happen. I'm not letting that happen. Force pitching Lutri. And if I get countered back here, then, so be it. Okay. Now it's like Sarah Paragon, replay Lotus. Let's see. I might still just get brain freezed out, funnily enough. So currently it's been Lotus, Breach, Sarah, Lotus, Force. 15 cards. Storm count 5. Parallax Wave, okay. Soul Guide. Yeah, it looks like I'm just going to get brain freezed right here. Okay. All right. Let's side in the Blightsteel. I think I take out the Portal. Just doesn't really look like it's going to be that good here. And I think the Blightsteel... Oh, I have Emrakul. The thing about Emrakul, though, is it doesn't actually work. Because the reason Blightsteel works is it never goes to the graveyard. It just reshuffles. Zorg has Soul Guide Lantern. So if you brain freeze combos, you can just mill his whole deck, play Soul Guide, mill my whole deck in response to Emrakul Soul Guide me. So I do think Revoker seems reasonable. Get Lost also kills Underworld Breach. So actually, I guess I have another answer there. Brazen Bar looks a little bit weaker. Maybe it can bounce Parallax Wave, but I think I like this more. All right, let's try this. All right, I would like to play first Wasteland. Oof, that makes this matchup very different. Without Wasteland, the Academy is a lot safer. Like this hand is, I think, still a very clear keep, but this hand really wants an Academy to stick around, and Wasteland makes that a lot less likely. Okay. I am opening the door to turn one land low to Sarah Paragon, but gotta do what you gotta do. Windswept Teeth. Trop. Right, Zurg also has Gleemox, so Lotus Gleemox, two of the best cards for sure. Ballista for one. Yeah, that doesn't really bother me too much. Draw. I'm gonna pass the turn, and I'm gonna crack map here. Let's see what this is. Adeline. I guess I'll subtlety that. With a Ballista out, Adeline is pretty burly. All right. Well, I'm probably going to lose this if he's got Wasteland, but if he doesn't, and especially if I draw another artifact here, because Candelabra Academy, as you've seen this whole draft, goes hard pretty fast. I might be able to go, Candelabra. Like if I draw like a 2-mana artifact, not even saying Grim Monolith or Mana Crypt, but I can go pretty hard. All right, well, let's go Candelabra, pass. Force Negation was actually a really terrible draw. Just going to play your Wasteland. Just get it done. And now I need to draw... Oh, it doesn't have Wasteland. All right. Adeline, sure. Need to draw another artifact, and then the Academy lets me Mightstone and Weakstone, and so on and so forth. Okay. I don't really have any moves here, so... Soul Guide Lantern, sure. That doesn't really do anything against me. Probably going to draw Blightsteel is what I'm going to draw. Ooh, that's not Blightsteel. All right, Grim Monolith. Yeah, I'm just going to cast Mightstone here. I don't think I'm even killing Adeline. I'm just drawing 2 cards. Just going to find balance or upheaval. Island. All right. Candelabra, 2 lands. Paying 2. And I think I just put Lutri into hand here. Pass. I guess I could have also passed with just 4 mana up to untap Grim. That's actually probably better. And then I could hardcast Force if I needed to, instead of having to pitch Lutri, sure. I mean, I'm going to die pretty soon here. I guess I'm just dead next turn if I don't draw something good. Well, Lutri can chump the Adeline. I guess Ballista could be a 2-2, kill that. I take 3. No, I don't die. All right, so my plan is either to draw Upheaval here or a way to draw cards. Not a whole lot else. I mean, Urza would be fine. Retrofitter would be fine. These are all reasonable. Yeah, Lotus is pretty good. Into Luris, okay. Zoru's got a cool deck. I will say that. All right, let's draw. I have a lot of mana. I guess the portal here actually still wouldn't have done it. It is funny that I could actually cast portal. Oh, what is this? Replay Lotus off Luris. Is this Sarah Paragon? I guess countering Lotus would have worked out nicely. No, it's not Sarah Paragon, I guess. Or maybe it could be Psycho or Fiend's Tower is the last card. Sure. All right. Well, Upheaval's kind of interesting here. He's got the Lotus, but I could then Force of Negation the Lotus in that spot. I mean, Upheaval doesn't really just solve my problems. Also, if I draw white, I have Get Lost to Adeline, Lutri it to Luris. So white's also pretty good. Yeah, all right. Defeated soundly in the marketplace of ideas. Yeah. Oh, if I kill both those, then we actually just have a game, and then I draw Talisman, and then Island. All right, well, and then Tezzerets probably don't survive that long. All right, well, 3 would have counted. This deck was just sick. I mean, Mana Crypt, Opal, Academy, Balance, Upheaval, the Urza that showed up once, Grim Monolith, Candelabra, Petal, Diamond, like Urza's Saga. And this was a time when I did actually read the draft and just draft it when it was open, and it really paid off. So, like I said, there's a lesson there. In any case, that'll do it for today. Hope you enjoyed this. I sure did, as you can tell. I appreciate you every time you watch one of these videos. And you know what? I'll be back tomorrow with another draft, getting some more Retro Cube in the mix. Maybe that's tomorrow, maybe not. Haven't decided, but gonna get more of that going too. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.